Good morning and welcome back to the channel. It has been a while since my last video. There is a lot going on right now. Unfortunately, we did miss Beamer Invasion, which really sucks because I was like dying to go there and show off the Supra. But with what we're doing with the build, there's not really a lot of people that are doing it. So there's only so many people I can ask questions to, because obviously like these FD cars with these setups, they're basically just like the chassis with everything else being completely custom. So it's hard to relate to them because I'm not like taking the whole chassis apart. I'm trying to make like a daily track car, street car, and right now the only guy that's really doing it is TJ Hunt, and it's not really the kind of person I could just get a hold of. So we're learning as we go. I'm bummed that it didn't make it to the event, but we learned from our mistakes and we're moving forward. It just gives us more time to prepare for SEMA, which is a huge event. And yeah, I want to show you guys kind of the status of where it's at now. It's made a lot of progress since you guys have last seen it. There's been a ton of stuff we've done, and I'm really excited for you guys to see it because it is turning out really, really good. You're gonna see that I installed the exhaust on the car. I did make a video about it. I'm really not too happy with how it turned out. I don't know why it's so dark. So I did make a video on the install, but I didn't really go in depth about it at all, like actually installing it. That's why I never really posted it. That's why it's been so long since I had my last video up. But yeah, you guys will see the car in like 2 seconds. So that Beeline, which is like right down the road from my house. So as you can see, we were back at Beeline. This is where the car's been for a little bit, getting all the work done. I'm gonna show it here in just a second. This is Nikolai's hatch. It's a, as you can see, it's got like Koguchi power, everything. All people know about it because it's broken the internet a few times. And then we have Jeff's cars in the back as well. Looks amazing. And right above it is the Supra. So, as you can see, it's pulled apart right now. This was, I haven't recorded this just yet, but this is the big brake kit that I got for the car. It is Signature Works hooked it up and sponsored the kit. As you can see with all the blue, that's the Wisefab. So we do have the angle kit on now. As you can see, it pushes it out a ton more than stock. But the issue we ran into was like really simple. So the brakes clear, the wheels clear these brakes just fine. The only issue is we were running a 19 by 9.5 up front. And so at like lock, because there's so much lock with this kit, it was rubbing against this and rubbing against this and pretty much made it impossible to drive. No matter the alignment, no matter if we raised it, there was only so much we could really do. So we have to run a smaller wheel just to get them to fit. The man, the myth, the legend, man, bro.
No. So the bolt that runs through here, you literally have to access it from here. So you have to take the whole front bumper off. So I was thinking just punch a fat hole right here that has access to
you can
bolt.
Is it literally that vent that goes right through? Is that where you can access it?
So I have to cut a hole in that black plastic piece. I don't know how big of a hole, but you know, we can just say it's like speed hole or something.
I'm down. That actually looked pretty cool.
But because then you have to use like a 2-foot extension to get onto that bolt. But we can always take this off. I just gotta take the front bumper off, or I can just take a razor blade,
just pretty much like just cut it all out.
Just cut it out.
Okay.
Or I can leave most of it and and just cut out a section to where I can have access to this. Because and even with this thing,
oh, is it that bolt back there?
Yeah, all the way back here.
That thing is deep back there.
Yep. That's this. Because this.
So you have to trim this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's well, with the 19 it was too big, and like your tire was hitting here at like 10 degrees, so it's like you would have to cut back like 1.5 to 2 inches like that. If I hit a bump too, and while it was gripping this, it would have just ripped the whole fender off. Yeah.
We don't want to do that.
No.
All right, so I'm sitting here editing the video. I kind of cut it off there when it came to like explaining what was going on with the Supra. It's really simple. It's just a wheel clearance issue that we ran into, and keep in mind this is a purpose-built drift car, so trimming the plastic and taking the stuff off was expected. It was unfortunate we tried to run a 19 on there and it didn't fit on the kit, but stuff happens. Thankfully, we have a new set of wheels already ordered for the car that should be in here pretty soon. They should look really good as well, but I just wanted to kind of jump in and explain a little bit better, because I was excited to see the car with the Wisefab on and everything earlier today, so I didn't really like, I wouldn't say starstruck, but I was just excited, and I kind of stopped recording a very critical part about these cars. When you're converting them into a drift car, there's a lot you have to consider when it comes to running a big brake kit or an angle kit. You have to run a very specific wheel size, and Wisefab does not call for you to run a very large or wide wheel up front, mainly because the track of the car is so pushed out and you have so much lock that the cars are, you're supposed to have a skinny wheel on the front, and we tried to run a really big wheel that was just simply too big for the kit. And we're going to be trimming away a lot of like the fender liner. We're going to be making like quick access holes like in the front bumper, because aligning those Wisefab kits is also not as easy as your stock arms. There's a lot more components to it and a lot more stuff to adjust and set to make sure the car is properly set up. I just wanted to jump in here and put this clip in here, because you're pretty much just going to see the next clips are just like cinematic clips of the car, because I didn't really dive into much more explanation of exactly what was going on, but I felt like I should probably explain it for the next person that wants to do this mod. It does require a little bit, it does require a smaller wheel up front. You are going to run into wheel clearance issues. You are going to have to trim away plastic. At the end of the day, Wisefab is not to look good, it's to perform good. There's a lot of stuff you have to do to make sure that it performs correctly, and the correct size wheel and cutting away excess trim is all part of it. But I just want to jump in here and explain that, because I didn't in the rest of the video. Enjoy the B-reel. Thank you for watching the video. I have to be up in 5 hours. We have Beamer Invasion, and I'm getting picked up at 3:30 or 3 in the morning. And yeah, I just want to get this video up before I leave. So enjoy the B-reel. I'll see you guys in the next video.